Alright guys, welcome back to 30 videos in 30 days. Sorry for the brief delay. My computer ended up blowing up. Had to get it fixed. Took a couple weeks, but we're back. And what I want to talk to you about today is, some people may get irritated with it. Some people may not believe it. Some people may still buy into it. Whatever your belief is, that's fine. But just hear me out. We're standing behind this, or in front of this kill plot here that we planted 3 weeks ago with winter wheat. Turned out very good. We're on the property checking food plots. We just got back from Kentucky. And what I want to talk to you about is the biggest hoax in the hunting industry, and that is the October Lull. Now, the October Lull, however you want to think of it as, is a joke. Is literally a hoax. It's a scam to sell magazines, moon guides, and to write articles about. And it was made up years ago. I remember 15 years ago, I used to hunt with a lot of outfitters. And I used to hunt with a lot of negative people and just people that it was just horrible to hunt with. And back then in the camp, I remember you go to Ohio, and hunting season would be out like October 1st, okay? All summer long, the outfitters are sending you pictures, right? They're on bait piles, they're in the soybean fields, they're in this field, they're in the clover fields, and they're sending you pictures, right? To get you pumped up because you're their client. When all of a sudden you get there October 1st, I don't know what happened to the deer, the deer are gone, it's the October Lull. And back then I didn't know no better. So I'm thinking, man, the October Lull, like what the heck are you talking about? Oh, it's the October Lull, deer just don't move. It's too hot, the deer don't move. It's that time of year that it's just hot. I'm thinking, back then I believed it, I'm like, well, that sucks. I guess the deer know when it's October, and it just becomes the October Lull. Well, as years progressed, it's a joke, it's a scam. And some people may believe it, and that's totally up to you. But what happens is you have a lot of variances that go into it, and it's a shift. It's literally a shift in hunting pressure and food sources. Think of it this way. What do you see in the summertime? It's 90, 95, 100 degrees outside. Where are the deer out? They're feeding in the soybean fields. They're feeding here. They're feeding in the yang fields. They're moving all over the place, but yet it's too hot for deer to move. So what happens in October is majority of states, the hunting season starts. The hunting season starts, deer become pressured. The October Lull is created by humans. Human interference with deer naturally moving through the woods. We put pressure on them, they change their patterns. Some get pushed off your property, some deer move onto your property, then you push them off by hunting. You're hunting, you're walking in the woods. It's just a natural thing that occurs. It's not that the deer disappear. It's not that it's not that it's too hot. It's not that it's October. It's just the deer shift. They move to a different location. They're still feeding. They still have to feed 4 or 5 times a day. It's what they do. They're hungry animals. They eat 4 to 6 pounds of food per day. The second thing that happens in October, September, October, is food sources dramatically change. You have people putting in food plots. You have acorns starting to drop. A deer will leave an acorn or leave a food plot to go to that delicious white oak tree that's dropping acorns. They will leave and abandon everything to go to that acorn. Agriculture fields are being cut, so you don't have the beans, you don't have the, whatever it is that they're planting, alfalfa fields. They're being cut. Things are changing at that time of year, right? So if you're in a big wilderness area, timber, that have tons of white oaks, well, guess what? What happens? All those acorns start dropping. The deer don't have to move very far. They may bed, and then they move 100 yards to feed on the acorns, and then they come back down, or come back in bed again, and they get up, they hit the acorns. Well, this guy over here has a food plot. Well, the deer are over there hitting the evening food source, and they're staying back in the timber eating the acorns. It's not that the deer just magically disappear. It's not that they go nocturnal. They shift their patterns. They move according to pressure and food. the October Lull. There's magazines that's sold about it. There's moon guides. There's this guide. There's that guide, and it's the biggest joke that when you see on social media come October, everybody's like, oh, it's the October Lull, guys. What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about this? The deer just aren't moving. It's not, go find them. Go find them. Put out a trail camera. Go scout. Figure out where the deer move to. Don't pressure your land. Figure out how to get in out of your tree stands without pressuring the deer, and you'll find them. Go find an acorn tree. Set up on the acorns. Go plant a food plot. Figure out where the deer go. They just don't magically disappear. They're somewhere, and they're just not going to bed 24/7 and not eat. They have to eat 4 or 5 times a day, guys. Figure it out. The October Lull, don't buy into it. If somebody is negative and they just want to create this October Lull and then, oh, we're not hunting this October Lull, get new friends. Okay? Hope this video helps, guys. I'll see you on the next one.